Hello friends, welcome to my channel. In the recent times, you all must have heard about the incidents which took place on Mount Everest and the deaths related due to the traffic jams which were created on the top and on the way of the Mount Everest. So in this video, we are going to talk about that what actually led to the situation and in the near future how this situation and circumstances could be averted and could be stopped. I myself, being a passionate person for mountains and having a bit of experience in mountaineering, easily understand that what kind of situation the mountaineers have to face if they are stranded for long hours in the queues for reaching at the top of the mountain at an altitude greater than 8,000 meter. So, this year, according to the Nepalese government, this incident happened because due to the bad weather, as there was no weather window available for the mountaineers, around 300 to 400 mountaineers who have gathered to scale up the mountain. And when the weather cleared up, all the mountaineers from the base camp tried to scale up the mountain in the given span of 3 to 4 days. This in turn created huge traffic jams in the bottleneck areas of the Everest and also the area which is known as the death zone. So here you need to understand that in the area of the death zone, where the air is very thin with the minimum supply of oxygen, and also the air is very bitterly cold, and also the mountaineers have danger of falling down. And if the mountaineers have to wait for such long hours at this height, they are posing their life at the greatest risk. So this only happened, and this climbing season turned out to be one of the deadliest seasons in the history of Mount Everest climbing, where 11 number of deaths were reported due to altitude sickness, and this number could have been easily been averted and avoided. In contrary to 2015, where 17 people have died, but that incident happened due to a natural calamity, and that was another scenario. This year, Nepal's government also issued a record number of 381 permits, which itself is a record number, and almost double of that number, around 860 mountaineers were present at the top of the Everest, including the Sherpas. So this is a huge number. Among the dead, there were 3 Indians who also lost their life in order to scale up the Everest. One of the Indian survivors, who a few days back was battling her life in the Kathmandu hospital, named Amisha Chauhan, spoke and told that a strict measures should be taken in order to provide the permit to the mountaineers, as she herself has seen that many of the mountaineers were not capable enough to reach at the top and doesn't have enough mountaineering skills and were totally dependent upon the Sherpas to make them reach at the top of the world. Over here you need to understand that it's very easy to hire a Sherpa from the local streets of Kathmandu, and if you have also planned your journey through a trek organizers, they will easily provide you with the Sherpa. But this situation is not good because the Sherpas have not enough time to make a communication with the group members and understand whether the mountaineer would be able to scale up the Everest or not. And if the mountaineer is ready to pay hefty amounts, the Sherpas are also ready to carry up their loads and also the extra supplement of oxygen at the top of the Everest. But in order to scale up the Everest, one has to be physically and mentally tough enough to gain the height of 8,848 meters. In contrary, from the northern side, that is the Chinese side in the Tibet, only fewer number of deaths were reported, as the Chinese officials and authorities have placed strict rules in providing permits to the mountaineers. As of now, the mountaineering season is over, which lasts from mid-May to the early June. So we should talk about what kind of steps should be taken and could be done in the near future so that these incidents and this kind of circumstances are not repeated again. Firstly, before providing the permit, the mountaineers should go through a proper and medical health checkup, and also a valid proof should be asked from mountaineers to be submitted whether they have submitted a 8,000 meter plus peak previously or not. This in turn will help the Nepalese government to raise their own revenue, as the focus of the mountaineers would be shifted from Mount Everest to other peaks before attempting the Mount Everest. Secondly, a lottery system can be introduced in place where the lotteries or the permits are be taken out randomly, and the imbalance between the demand and the supply could be met. And thirdly, permits are not provided in a huge number, and the cost of providing the permits could be increased. This can be done so as to limit down the people. So with this, I would like to conclude up my talk and hope that the Nepalese government take certain steps in the near future so as to minimize the death numbers and also to avoid certain kind of circumstances. I hope that the glory of the Mount Everest is being intact and remain in its place. Thank you for watching my video. Please subscribe my channel and also press the bell icon for more and more latest updates. Thank you.